On a chilly afternoon, the streets were full of people rushing in every direction. The wind bit softly at their cheeks as they hurried home from work, school, or errands. Among the crowd, a teenage girl walked alone, her backpack slung over one shoulder. She had just finished a long day at school and wanted nothing more than to get home and relax. As she approached a busy crosswalk, she noticed an elderly man struggling nearby. He was carrying several heavy shopping bags that looked far too much for his tired arms. His steps were slow and unsteady, and every now and then, one of the bags slipped from his grasp. The man paused, trying to catch his breath, but the weight seemed to overwhelm him. The girl stopped for a moment, watching him. Part of her wanted to help, but she hesitated. She was already late, worried about missing the bus. She also wasn't sure if helping a stranger was safe. There were stories about people taking advantage of kind strangers. So, with a quick glance, she turned away and kept walking. But the feeling lingered. Something about the man and that moment didn't sit right with her. Little did she know, this simple choice was about to change everything she thought she understood. The elderly man looked fragile and worn down by time. His thin hands shook slightly as he gripped the heavy bags, and his back bent forward as if the weight of the world rested on his shoulders. His clothes were plain and a bit worn, and his shoes had seen better days. There was a tiredness in his eyes, mixed with a hint of confusion, like he wasn't quite sure how he ended up struggling on that busy street. As the girl watched, one of the bags suddenly slipped from the man's grip and fell to the ground with a soft thud. He reached down slowly to pick it up, his movements careful but slow. The weight of the bags was clearly too much for him. He looked around as if hoping someone would notice and lend a hand. The teen felt a tug at her heart. She thought about stepping in, about offering help. But doubts rushed in just as fast. What if he didn't want help? What if it was a trick? She was tired too, and her mind raced with excuses. She had homework to finish, a phone to check, a bus to catch. Before she could decide, the man quietly called out, his voice soft and strained, "Excuse me, can someone help, please?" But the street seemed too busy, too loud, and no one stopped. People passed by, heads down, lost in their own worlds. The girl's feet moved forward. As she walked past a small cafe, she glanced toward the window and caught sight of a security camera mounted on the wall. Its dark lens stared outward, silently watching the street. She looked away, swallowed the lump in her throat, and kept walking. The man's quiet plea faded behind her footsteps, swallowed by the noise of the city. At that moment, the teen had no idea that every move she and the man made was already being recorded. Later that day, the teen sat on her bed, scrolling through her phone, trying to forget about the strange feeling she had left on the street. Suddenly her phone buzzed loudly, breaking the quiet room. She glanced at the screen and saw a notification from a social media app she didn't check very often. Curious, she tapped the notification. What appeared on the screen made her heart stop. It was a video of her walking past the elderly man without helping. The footage was clear, taken from the cafe's security camera that she had noticed earlier but ignored. The video showed everything: the man struggling with his bags, dropping one, calling out softly, and her walking away without even looking back. The video quickly gained attention. Comments started flooding in, many harsh, some angry, others disappointed. People called her selfish, cold, and uncaring. Some even shared the video with messages urging others not to behave the same way. The clip was going viral, spreading faster than she could imagine. The teen sat frozen, the screen glowing in the dark room. Embarrassment flushed her cheeks as she read the words from strangers judging her actions. She felt exposed, as if the whole world was watching and waiting to condemn her. But beneath the shame, a deeper feeling stirred: worry. What if she really had done something wrong? What if she had missed an opportunity to help someone who truly needed it? Her mind raced through the moments again. She remembered the man's tired eyes, his shaky hands, and the heavy bags. He wished she could rewind time, to stop and lend a hand. But now, all she could do was watch the video over and over, feeling the weight of her choice settle heavily in her chest. As the night grew darker, the messages kept coming, and the teen began to realize that this was more than just a video. It was a reminder, one that she couldn't ignore, that sometimes small decisions have bigger consequences than anyone expects. And in the silence of her room, she started to wonder if this moment might change her forever. A few days after the video went viral, the story took an unexpected turn. News outlets began sharing updates about the elderly man in the video. It wasn't just a random stranger struggling with bags. It turned out he was part of a carefully planned social experiment designed to test how people treat the elderly in public. The man had hidden a small camera on his jacket, capturing everything from his point of view. The cafe's security camera wasn't the only one watching. For weeks he had walked around the city, carrying heavy bags, hoping to see who would stop to help and who would keep walking. The footage showed many people passing by without offering assistance, not just the teenage girl. The experiment's goal was clear: to expose how often elderly people are ignored, overlooked, or treated with indifference. The man speaking to the press said he wanted to shine a light on a serious problem: elder neglect and the loneliness that many older adults face every day. He hoped that by making these moments visible to the public, people would start to care more and take action. The teen was shocked when she learned the full truth. She was invited to watch the complete video of the experiment. As she sat and watched, she saw many different reactions. Some people stopped immediately, helping carry bags, offering kind words, or simply smiling at the man. Others, like her, hesitated or walked away quickly. Some even made rude comments or ignored the man completely. A mix of emotions swirled inside her: guilt for her own choice, relief that she wasn't the only one who had struggled with what to do, and a growing determination to change. The experiment wasn't just about one person, it was about a whole society that often fails its elders. The narrator's voice grew gentle but firm, reminding that public exposure wasn't about shaming individuals, it was about shining a spotlight on a bigger issue. Elder abuse, neglect, and social indifference are real problems that affect millions. Sometimes people don't notice until someone shows them the truth in a way they can't ignore. The teen realized this was more than just a video or a viral moment. It was a wake-up call, a chance for her and others to rethink how they treat the elderly in their daily lives. The story wasn't over yet. It was just beginning. After watching the full video and learning the truth behind the social experiment, the teen spent many quiet hours thinking about what had happened. She thought about the moment on the street, about the man struggling with his bags, and about the faces of all the people in the video, those who stopped to help and those who didn't. She couldn't escape the weight of her own choice, nor the judgment she had faced from strangers online. At first, the criticism felt hard to bear, but slowly she began to understand something deeper. The video wasn't just about blame, it was about awareness. It was a mirror showing how easy it is to look away, even when someone clearly needs help. And it was a reminder that every person, no matter their age, deserves kindness and respect. Determined to make a difference, the teen decided to act. She found a local senior center that welcomed volunteers, a place where elderly people could gather, share stories, and receive support. At first she was nervous, unsure how to connect with people so much older than her. But she quickly realized that kindness doesn't need words. A smile, a helping hand, or simply listening was enough to brighten someone's day. Months passed, and the teen felt herself changing. She became more patient, more aware of the needs around her, and more willing to step in when someone needed help. One afternoon, she attended a community event focused on kindness and support for the elderly. To her surprise, the elderly man from the video was there too. They spoke quietly, away from the crowd. The man thanked her, not for the video but for her willingness to learn and grow. He said he believed in second chances and in the power of people to change for the better. The teen felt a warmth inside, a mix of relief and hope she hadn't expected. The narrator's voice softened, sharing a final thought. Sometimes small actions like helping carry a bag or simply offering a smile can make a world of difference. Awareness can spark change, and every choice counts. The story wasn't just about one teen or one man. It was about all of us, and the ways we can choose kindness every day. As the story closes, the message is clear. Next time you see someone in need, pause and think twice before walking away. Because sometimes a small moment of kindness can change a life forever. This story is a powerful reminder that respect for the elderly is not just about politeness, it's a matter of social justice. Too often, older people face neglect and loneliness, overlooked by busy lives and hurried steps. But behind every quiet moment, every passing glance, there is a story that we might not see at first. Sometimes people don't understand the full picture until later, when the truth comes out and shines a light on what really matters. It's easy to judge in a single moment, but true kindness takes time, understanding, and awareness. The hope is that this story encourages everyone to pause and be more compassionate, to notice those who struggle, to offer help without hesitation, and to remember that small acts of kindness can create big change. In the end, it's about caring for one another, no matter age, background, or circumstance, and standing up for a world where everyone is seen, valued, and supported. So next time you see someone in need, remember this story and choose kindness.